I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to.
Okay, we're going to show you how to patch a hole. Now, as you can see right along here, I have a small hole. Yeah, really sucks. So, I have cut a patch out of other scales, and we're going to put it in place here, with the hole being somewhere towards the center. And we're going to line everything up so it hides itself pretty well. And if I have to trim anymore, I will get my scissors out so I can trim it up. Just lazily laying this down, you can see how it's going to kind of blend in. So it's not going to be really noticeable. So, once I get this in, I'll start filming again. Okay, so we've got the area prepped, which I'm going to show you. I'm letting it get a little bit tacky, and then we're going to start lining this up. So I'm going to set this here, and hopefully it can show the spot that I'm working on. Yes. So I'm going to take this and I'm just going to dab dab the tip in here. That's going to get a little bit on that tip. Excuse my voice because I am fighting a cold right now. So we're going to take this and we're going to weasel it up in there. I'm going to push it down. And we're going to only go one scale at a time. Now what I like to use is my X-Acto knife. But I don't want to use something that's this sharp because it's brand new. So we're going to have to find something else to use. So I'm going to take a little bit of cardboard and I'm going to take it so I can press everything in. And I just want to go really slow with this. You know, it's no rush. You can take a piece of paper towel and use it to kind of tap it. Now this patch isn't going to line up perfectly. I am going to have to go back and do some trimming. But actually I'll go ahead and take care of some of this if I can. If you have a small pair of scissors, that will work a lot better. I don't know what I did with mine. I'm actually going to look. Okay, so what I'm going to use is the blunt of this knife, and what I'm doing is I'm just pressing it down. And I'm doing it little by little. And what I'm trying to do is make sure I keep everything lined up as I'm doing it, which isn't easy. So everything wants to shift. So and what I'm going to probably do is I'm going to just get the one side finished, and then I'll go do the other side. And I found a paintbrush, so this makes it a lot easier to apply than using a Q-tip. Just get a little bit on there. Don't want that. If you get a lot, no biggie. So what you're gonna do is you're just gonna go through, and where things didn't want to hold so well, of course it's still kind of wet. And you're just going to go with this and you're going to fill in, like, there's a gap there. So I'm going to do a little bead so it seals. And it's really hard to fix some of these. So the one thing I would suggest having nearby, if you can, is a hairdryer. And the reason why I use a hairdryer is because it'll make it a little tackier faster and almost seal it immediately. Like I said, if you have troubles, just lift up certain areas and get it all tacky again, and then just carefully push it down. If it bleeds out, no big deal. You know, we're not going to get perfection. I can try all day, but I know I won't. So, and I had stuck something in here to help give me a little leverage, but you don't really need it. I'm going to go ahead and pull it out now, because I want to try to be able to line this up a lot better. See, now with that gone, I can kind of inch these where they need to be. And the reason why is because I don't want this patch to be that noticeable. So what I want to do is I want to get in here where I have edges popping up. I want to get a little bit of this latex down there. Get it in there. And I just want to, you know, easily push it in place. I'll hold it with the end of the paintbrush, and then I'll hit it with a little bit of heat. Then what I do is, since I have a little bit of excess latex on here, I'll brush it off onto something so I can get it towards the brush. Take that bead, you see that bead, what I do is I use it to fill in any gaps. And this makes it to where it's almost a flawless patch, where you won't even really notice it. Now when I grab a little too much, I just plop it up on the edge of something, and I just dab it in. Now some of these don't always, like I want to match up perfectly, but since it's latex, I can kind of play with it for a little bit and get it where I want. And then I'll add a little bead, and then I'll heat it so it'll seal where I want. If you have pins handy, go ahead and use those too. So I'll be back when this process is done. So I wanted to finish up and show you guys the patch. Here's our patch. You notice I've got it lined up with the other scales pretty well. So once I get it painted, it's going to blend right in. You're not even going to know that patch is there. And I actually had just one tiny little hole right about the center area here. But I expanded the patch so it has a stronger base, and it'll be able to hold more and deal with it stretching. And what I also did was, since I have my monofin out right now for the repairs to it, I went ahead and inverted the tail. And I also put a couple layers on the inside so it would strengthen it up on the inside too. Because with the modifications we made to the monofin, it's going to be putting pressure against here a little bit more than what it was before. So this is basically how you patch up a tail. And that's my video for basically showing you how to do a patch. It's not that hard, pretty simple, and it should hold up quite well. So thanks for watching. Make sure you check out mernetwork.com. Bye now.